Lauren Tracy of X Factor Filmmakers here, and this is week 6 of my Reluctant Filmmaker vlog. I'm in San Francisco today before the Thanksgiving break, just for a couple of days on business and pleasure, and I just got off the phone with my dad and Greta and a lovely filmmaker named Mara Tasker. I shouldn't say lovely though. I mean, she's lovely, but she's really actually badass. So don't get those two things confused because they're not mutually exclusive. So Mara is going to be our second X Factor filmmaker. Officially, we have agreed to work on her second feature film together, and that is right now called Sheila Scorned. It's based on a short film, a grindhouse film about a badass chick that is awesome, really well written. And the short you guys can't watch right now because it's going through festivals, but we're going to start working with Mara on how to build her audience behind the scenes as she makes the movie with us. So get excited about that because we are. And next I'm going to a meeting here in San Fran with a guy named Justin Kahn, who is the founder of a company called Twitch, if you're familiar. It is an online platform for streaming for video games, for gamers, I should say. And like, for example, my brother will go on there and play a game, and while he's playing the game, he's streaming it live to followers, and he can talk to those followers. So it's this really interesting, engaging platform for gamers and people who love to watch people play games. So Justin is also a partner at Y Combinator, so I'm going to pick his brain about what we're doing at X Factor in terms of connecting an audience with a movie really early on and how to build a platform online properly for fans, basically, to connect with filmmakers, behind the scenes content, and hopefully also other fans. That's one of the things we're looking at doing. So we've got our second filmmaker, Mara, besides myself, and Sweet Desert Prom, we're going on location scout next week. So we're getting things going, and we've got 2 filmmakers. We're looking at some other ones to possibly bring on in the future, but with our 2 first filmmakers and our 2 first films, we're going to start experimenting with you guys more and more with our behind-the-scenes content. For example, this vlog is one of those things. So yeah, look for more on that. I'll update you guys after my meeting today. All right, bye. Okay, so I'm back in Boston, and my meetings went very well. The one with Justin was really interesting. He definitely liked the idea of creating some kind of online platform and was wondering why studios haven't done that yet for fans, and to have an online engagement platform where you then can possibly distribute to them online. HBO is sort of the closest thing to a studio that's doing that right now, and Netflix is sort of becoming a studio. So that was good. He really helped us hone in on technology-wise where we should go next, and that really resulted in a suggestion to bring on more creators a little bit faster than maybe we originally had anticipated, like working with other filmmakers who have maybe made 1 or 2 films and have a little bit of an audience going, so we can bring them onto X Factor as long as they fit that sort of badass brand, and start to get an engagement platform going with our fans and their fans, and be able to show all of the behind the scenes content and perhaps even their previous work as they make the movies that they're making next. And so fans can sort of go from like creator to creator and talk to each other as well about what's going on, which I think is really cool and was already really the direction in which we were headed. But he sort of like honed in on the right ways to do that from a business and technology standpoint. So that was really cool. So yeah, it was a good trip. Only got a couple hours of sleep on the plane, red eye on the way back, but definitely worth it. And after my meeting yesterday, I went to go see The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1, which was really fun. And I had read part of the book, enough to cover me through the movie, on the plane ride there. So I got this really weird sort of point of view on what happened in the book and then seeing the movie and being able to compare those two in such a short period of time. And I think there were some things I didn't love about how they translated it to film, and certain things that they left out that I think would have been helped make the beginning of the film more dramatic. But it definitely got dramatic as it went on. But my favorite thing, sort of spoiler alert here, about the movie as opposed to the book is that they included Effie Trinket, Elizabeth Banks as Effie Trinket, when she wasn't in the book, at least not the first half that I read. Her prep team is her old prep team from the Hunger Games, like when she was going to be in the Hunger Games. And Effie wasn't included and Cinna wasn't included in that. It was just like the secondary characters of the prep team. And instead in the movie, Effie replaces them. So they don't exist, and instead Effie does, which I think is it was a great way to do it. She's literally saying the lines that they say in the book and taking on all the roles, but she's got all of the Effie personality and the sort of depth to that character. And there's more depth to that character even in this movie than I think in previous movies, because she's sort of stripped of, you know, what she's normally used to with wearing a lot of makeup, and Elizabeth Banks just plays her perfectly. Almost, I would say, maybe better than in the books. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And we'll have some early staff picks for you tomorrow instead of Friday, because I don't think anybody's going to be checking their email on Friday. So we're going to do that tomorrow so you guys can see what you can watch over the Thanksgiving break. And as always, subscribe here on YouTube or sign up for our email newsletter, xfactorfilm.com. And we'll see you next week. Look forward to the location scout next weekend, the weekend of the 4th. So really 2 weeks, you'll hear more about that. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.